What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be saving my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Yarling, go ahead. Hi, how are you? Good. What do you
I'm
got for me?
I'm I'm actually joining the call because I would love to hear your opinion from your perspective of some type of guidance. I am 26 years old. I'm going on 27, and I would like some advice. I am a single mom.
Okay.
You obviously mentioned in one of your videos I saw that once you have a child, there's no way you could basically be accepted by a high value man.
Um, that's a generality, but in general, yes, it is difficult for a single mother to land a high value man. It's not an impossibility. It's just very difficult.
Okay.
So, what would you
Now
like?
I have another.
What would you like me to? What's the question that you have for me?
Yes. So you joke a lot about the whole PhD thing, which is really funny.
Are you a
By
PhD?
the way, excuse me?
Do you have a PhD?
No, sir. No,
It's a clip.
not yet. At least.
It was a clip off of a show. It's a long running channel joke. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Am I on live right now?
Nope.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Where can
Don't.
I see you?
Uh, you can see me right here.
I only see a picture of you. Oh,
Uh,
there you go. Okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah. So my question is, how would a high value man look at a woman if she doesn't have nothing going for herself? What would you advise women to do then? Because, for instance, me, I am a single mom.
Okay.
I was a stay-at-home mother, right?
Right.
With the father of my daughter,
Okay.
and things did not work out for different reasons, personal reasons. And my thing is, if I'm looking forward to do with a man, I don't want that man to look at me like, okay, so yeah, you're a good mom. You seem like you're a bit stable in the head, but you don't have nothing going
All
for
right. So let
yourself.
me ask some questions.
Is there a way
Let me ask
you
you some
could
questions. Let me ask
not
you some
look?
questions. Let me ask you some
Yeah.
questions. First off, do you have YouTube going?
Excuse me?
Do you have YouTube playing in the background?
No, I only have the TV. I'll turn it off.
Okay. All
I
right.
actually muted.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, were you married to the father of your child?
I said no to him.
Okay. Was this before or after the pregnancy?
It was after the pregnancy, after she was born, actually, because I had explained to him that I wanted to get married while I was pregnant. It did not happen. Some cheating,
Okay.
which
So let me move on down the path. Okay. So,
yes,
uh, by definition, that makes you a baby mama. Baby mama simply means
right,
you weren't married before you carried. So,
right,
and regardless, so you're asking the question if how to make yourself uh appealing to a high value man.
right, because I
But,
don't want to come up as a masculine woman, and I do
but
understand
why do
what
you
you're
want to?
trying to
Why do
say,
you want a high? Why do you want a high value man?
because I feel like, for instance, from the experience that I had dating other men, I don't I don't feel comfortable in how I get treated by men. For instance, around my age. I told you what was my age,
Okay.
you know?
So give me
So it's like
okay. So
I know if I'm
what I need
gonna
you to
date.
understand, what I need you to understand is
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, you sound kind of loud. Am I on speakerphone with you? All right. So why do you want a high value man? High value. What state do you live in? First off.
I live in New York City.
All right. Just left there. Actually planning on moving there. All right. So in New York City, a high value man is a guy who's making at least 300 some odd $1,000 because New York is more expensive. All right. Do you want to have any more children?
Yes.
How many more children would you like to have?
At least two more.
All right. What do you do? And did you go to college?
No, sir.
Uh, did, Do you
I'm
want
purely sorry.
do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're
You know
pregnant again?
what's one of the reasons why I would love to be with a high value man is because I feel like it's really important for the mother to be home and raise her children while the man is out
I
there.
get it, but here's the problem with that. You're already blue. Here's the problem with that.
Yes.
Your life says something different. You've already had a child with a man you did not.
Right.
So you can feel like that, but the natural question is, well, wait a minute. Then why didn't you do that to begin with? And see, I still ask you why you want it, and it sounds to me as though you want a high value lifestyle because you can't tell me
Now,
why you want the
um,
man.
I just told you why. I think
Well, that's
that
not
would
clear.
be a great.
That's not a clear reason.
Can I say it? Can I explain a bit further? Would you
Well,
allow me?
you can, but I gotta keep on kind of keep it moving
Yeah.
because I got more people.
Yes. Well, the reason why I feel like it's important for the family structure to be that way, I believe that kids are raised better when
A mother
the
stays
mom
at
is at
home.
home.
Okay, but you
I
can't do that with a man who you can't do that with a you can't. Okay, so here's the problem. You don't want to work because you want to be a stay at home mom. That's
in
fine.
the future, yes.
That's fine. But why would a man why would a man who's making the kind of money we're talking about, who most women are attracted to financially, why would he want you and a ready-made family?
Well,
That's what
that's why I was direct with you, right? As soon as we started the conversation, and I said, "Hey, look, I would like your advice on how would
well,
you
I'm telling you,
advise
okay,
me
how
to
okay,
go about it?"
I would tell you this. What you're telling me, why you want a high value man, has nothing to do with me as a man. It has everything to do with what you want. Here's what you said. The reason why I want you as a high value man to go out and make yourself one of the top 10% men in the world, one of the top 5% men in the world. I want you to get out there and have to work your ass off, get out there, hustle, compete, improve yourself to where you are in the top 90 to 95% of income earners in the world is because I want to stay at home and raise children. I'm sorry. That does nothing for me. What does he get? And you can't tell me why you want. You say, I get it. You think children are best raised at home. Uh,
Mhm.
that's fine. He can go get a woman that has no kids and doesn't have to deal
And
with
that's okay.
but the thing is, okay, well, that's your competition. Your competition are women with no children, women who were raised to be wives, who understand why they are how to be an asset, a feminine asset to a man, versus what you're doing right here. And it doesn't it's not making a lot of sense as to why a high value man would choose a woman like you or any woman like you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's why I said in the beginning, I said, um, if it's like that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you said there's no chance, you
There's no
know?
when I say no chance, ma'am, I can't know everybody. But here's the thing:
Right.
when you have a child, it seriously diminishes your value
Yes, and
because
I understand.
because a man looks at your exes and we say whatever price they paid, I'm not paying more because
Right.
you gave yourself to him for this. And with me, you are older and you have more miles on you. So I shouldn't pay more. Case in point, if you were to buy a brand new 2021 Mercedes off the showroom lot, no miles, it would be worth the highest it ever is. But if that same car was 5 years old with 60,000 miles, you could not ask for showroom pricing. When you say that you feel like children are better raised in a home where the mother works, it doesn't make sense because that's not what you have right now, nor is it what you had before.
I did have that before. I was a stay at home.
You weren't
Well,
a, you weren't a
I,
wife,
I wasn't. Yes, that's what I was about to say. I was
okay,
a stay at home girlfriend,
a stay at home
honestly.
girlfriend. And
But
what did your boyfriend do for a living?
well, he had online like clothing store.
Okay,
He also
did he go to college?
no.
And he was okay. And this is in New York. How much was he?
Well,
How much was he
Mr.
make?
Samuels,
Okay, ma'am.
Mr. Samuel.
I gotta get through the show, ma'am. I gotta get through the show. So I'm gonna do the show the way I do it. I'm gonna do the show the way I do it. So I'm just trying to
That's
get an
fine.
idea. I'm just trying to get an understanding about how much money he was making annually.
I, to be honest with you, I was never. Um, that's why I say sometimes it is an issue to be too submissive
What?
because I never. Sometimes there's an issue when you're too calm with a man
Ma'am, I'm
and
just
he's
asking you how
doing
much money.
everything.
I'm just trying to ask you how much money he made.
I don't know, and
Okay,
that's
so
why I was.
let me
That's why I
stop you
was
right.
saying
Let me stop you right
I
here.
never got into his pocket.
Stop.
All right.
You're not a high value. You're not cut out for a high value man. I'll tell you, even with one child, the way you're interacting with me, man, I'm not gonna talk over you. And look, ma'am, you may be a perfectly nice woman, but the reality is, you had a boyfriend. You say you don't know how much money he made, but I will say this: he's not a high value man.
No, he wasn't.
Exactly. So you don't
So I don't have to
so
deny
you
that.
don't get one if you had a so what kind of sense would it make that you automatically get to upgrade to a high value man when you had a baby for a lower value guy? It makes no sense. Ma'am, high value is not something, it has no benefit. You have to benefit a man. And you ladies want everything to be given to you, and what do you bring to the table? That's really what it comes down to. And a guy's going to say, well, if your last boyfriend had an online clothing store and I'm a senior partner at Miller and Associates law firm, you're fucking winning by getting me. And then you're competing with the women that are around him. What are the women around those kind of men? Because the women that were around your boyfriend are a different caliber of women that are around high value men. And those are the women you're competing with. That's the reality. That's your competition. You walk into a room, go down to Wall Street, and go down into the Bull and Bear. Go down to any one of these high end steakhouses and look around at these people, and those are the women you're competing with.
Mr. Samuels, quick question.
Sure.
Is it okay for, I'm just, out of curiosity, the way you're explaining things to me makes me view things in a different way. And I'm thinking to myself, is it okay to go out there and be happy without it being premeditated and
I
just
can't
see
hear
what
you.
happens?
Something's going on with your audio. Say it again.
Is it, I said it, is it okay as a woman to be herself with that and go out there happily, being herself without premeditating her actions in order to, like find love? And I'm not saying to not use her logic.
I don't know what
Like,
you're
oh,
talking.
I'm just
I
saying
don't know,
because it's
ma'am.
because when you talk about
I don't know what you're
competition,
talking about.
no, I'm saying because you're
Make it
talking
simple.
about
Make it okay, ma'am. Here's
when
what
you
I
talk about competition.
listen.
Yes,
Okay, ma'am. Just make the point or the question simple. I'm getting lost in all the words you're
I
using.
said I feel like it feels a bit hectic when you mention competition, but I understand that's your way of communicating and that's fine and it's
But it
straight to the
is
point.
competition, ma'am.
I know,
It is
but
competition. If you okay, finding a mate is competition. Especially the more successful or the higher value you want to make, the more you got to compete. I don't understand what you say the way I put it. That I'm not using any terms that the world doesn't use. So you saying is it okay for a woman to go out and be what? Herself?
No, without like premeditating it, like, oh, I'm gonna go. Okay, it's a goal to find a partner. Yes, but I just
Okay, is
feel
it all right
like
for a
it's
woman to
so
get
much. Like I gotta, you know,
okay. Is it all right for a woman to go out premeditated, not worrying about hold on. Are
without.
you trying to ask me is it all right for a woman to go through her life without being worried about finding a husband?
No, sir. I
Okay,
just feel like,
then I'm not clear. Premeditate. What are you trying to say?
okay, so obviously, when you, it's, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to use different words. You go out there with a goal, right? But sometimes it's a bit, maybe I'm sounding too fairy tale-ish. You just don't want it to have it planned. Like, oh my God, look, I know he has money. I'm going to go for him, you know? And like, I feel like, okay, you could do little things like, okay, I'm going to go to a place that I know there's going to be people that are successful. Maybe not rich, but
Ma'am,
successful.
what is the
You know what
outcome
I'm
you
saying?
okay, ma'am, what is the outcome you want to achieve with a man? What is the outcome you want with a man? Any
I
man.
want to be married.
All
I
right
want to
then,
be
ma'am.
married
Then
and
let
I
me let
want
me
to be
let
married
me
to a
stop.
fun man.
Then stop. Then yes, you must go out with that goal in mind. Sorry,
Yes.
so sorry. No, the Disney go out and just live your life and hope to bump into some shit does not work. Especially when you are in your
Okay.
position. I mean, due respect, ma'am. I mean, 26-year-old single mother. You gotta be yes. Okay, okay. Do you have a son or a daughter?
I have a daughter.
So I guess you're gonna just say, I'm not gonna put her in school. I'm not gonna put any structure around her. I'm just gonna let her grow up and be organic and float through life, and whatever happens, happens.
No,
Well,
no.
why? Because structure and having an outcome is
You
important.
need to have that. Yes, sir.
Exactly. And what you want is a man that's obviously higher up than you. And ma'am, all I'm saying to you is you may be a perfectly lovely girlfriend, but I'm not hearing um why he would pick you. I mean, why weren't you said you and your ex are broken up. How long ago did you guys break up?
Oh, it's been 7 years.
What age did you have your child?
Excuse me?
What age did you have your child?
How old? I was 19.
Whew. All right, ma'am.
I will be,
All right,
I will
so
actually be
all right,
27.
so when's the last relationship you had?
Uh, about 2 years ago.
And how long was that?
To be honest with you, sir, I wouldn't even call it
How long?
a relationship. We dated for 6 months.
Okay. You ladies got to stop this. To be honest with you, just say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The reason why I said it that way was because I actually left the situation because he tried to confuse me. You know what I'm saying? So
Nope.
he tried.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna say: therapy, because you have communication issue.
Oh my
You
God!
look here, man.
Stop.
You can. I tell. Excuse me. Are you better than the rest of us?
No,
You're a
never.
19 year old. You're a
I'm
19.
just laughing
You're a
because you make
19.
me laugh.
Shut up! Don't talk me, lady. Why do you keep talking when I'm talking? Fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, you're not cut out for any kind of relationship. I mean, seriously, I'm trying to be polite, man, but you're
No, no,
frustrated.
no. It's
You're frustrated.
okay.
No, no, I
I'm.
know it's all right. I'm gonna mute you in a minute. Cause here's the thing: you need therapy because there's something off in your communication patterns. I'm really struggling to try to understand what you're talking about. And at the end of the day, I don't know what real value, high value man. Look, man, he's out there building his empire, building the world, doing what he has to do, and he doesn't have. Look, you need some therapy. Therapy is good for anybody, and you need to get your priorities together and figure out what it is you bring to a relationship other than what you want. And sorry that the country has allowed you ladies to get out here and live this Disney fantasy world where you could be a 19-year-old woman with a child, think you can have a high value man and own your time and not have structure. Look, ma'am, your clock is ticking. And
Yes,
you're going to
I
wake up and you're
agree.
going to be 30 years old. And then at that point, it's going to be a different ball game. You would do well just to get with somebody on your level, whatever that level is. High school graduate? Did you go to college?
No, I'm actually going now.
Okay, you would do better to get with somebody who's an average, everyday, workaday guy, because you're cute, but you're not. It's New York. It's very competitive. And it's not it's not like your stats are high enough to be asking for a high value man, especially with a kid when you're just an average New York girl.
Because I don't have my PhD.
You damn sure don't have that. and all this, Mr. Samuels and Boricua.
Thank you.
That's cool.
No, I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm Dominican. But thank you so much.
All right,
for the advice and the blunt advice.
All right, take it easy. Bye bye.
Take care.
All right.
I love this interaction, but Kevin said something very interesting. He said you're going to have to finally learn how to bring something to a relationship other than what you want. And that is such a profound statement. Most people come into relationships offering nothing else but things that they want. Especially women like this. And it would make sense for her. She's a single mom. She's been a mom since she was 19 years old. The time that she was with the child's father, she didn't have to work. She just stood at home. However it worked out. In New York, it's going to cost you something pretty good in order to pull that off. But nevertheless, she had it. She still ended up leaving him. She left him, got out here, and is now struggling to find a man to take her seriously. And she doesn't just want any average man. She wants a man that's going to be able to facilitate the ability for her to stay at home and not work. Presumably, she's going to want a certain lifestyle. So even if he made just above average, that still wouldn't be enough for her, because it'd have to be more than that so she could live her life and also not be able to work. And then more money is going to be needed because these two people will be sharing a child. He'll be a stepfather, but still, they would be having to share taking care of a child. And it will mainly be on him. But again, the main and the most profound statement is you have to come to the relationship with something other than what you want. And when asked, what will this guy get? She has no answer. Throughout this whole interaction, he's been trying to sniff out exactly what she's going to offer that man. And it's nothing. It's nothing. He's going to want something as well. He's just not going to pick you up, sweep you off your feet, put you in a house and make sure you pay no bills with you and your daughter. And he's going to turn around and look, and what is he going to get? And if you think he's okay with getting nothing, let's see how long that lasts for. Let's see how long you think that type of relationship where it's maybe only intercourse and maybe you clean up here and there and think that's going to last. For all of that, he can just go get another woman with no children and do the same thing. We have to be more practical as people. Be practical. Stop trying to get over on people. Offer people a fair deal. But a lot of these women don't want to offer people a fair deal. And you have to understand, for all that you guys talk about men and women thinking differently, believe one thing. He's going to do the more practical. Whatever is the most practical thing, he's going to do that. Whatever is the best business decision, he will do that. So if you know men's minds are different, consider that. Be fair, be practical, offer something as well. especially because you have a deal that doesn't sound too good. So typically when you have a deal that doesn't sound too good, you have to fluff up your deal. Make your deal sound better. That's just basic business practice. But I want everyone to please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.